I thought you might be interested in the making of a club film. We started with the offer of a lovely location, so the obvious first step was to go and have a look round.
Just fish going round.
After looking round, we went to the hotel lounge and had a rather unsuccessful brainstorm looking for a plot to go with the theme of revolution.
A bottle spinning on the table.
Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, a cuckoo clock.
Is that you go off and then come back to that same point.
That's the revolution bit.
Yeah.
Were you suggesting that we could actually move the cycles round so that they're in a circle?
Ideas were circulated via email, and eventually a plot arose concerning a mad professor who was going to possibly save the world. Now, to look at some actual filming, first the crew arrives very early. There's a lot of waiting around, then robing, makeup, here for Frank, our mad professor hero. And before any filming, we have actor briefing.
And is there any particular order of who's coming out first, or who would be on their way
was
first?
Commander first, then you, then John.
Here, a 4-second clip of troops running to collect Frank, the mad professor. It was actually filmed from a number of angles, and there were a significant number of retakes. Behind every shot lies extensive discussions about the action and the camera angles. Here we join discussions about how the military are going to pick up Frank from his bunker hidden in a cave.
The thing is, with Frank, while he's kind of standing in the entrance of the cave
Yeah.
fiddling, he can be mumbling, you know, the square on the hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to hear the whole of it.
No.
No,
So
I'm
they do. Perhaps he made it there as they walk off out of the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Then
they
we've got-
Then they begin their run. Oh, hang on a minute.
No,
yeah.
I think you cut to him in the bunker.
Doing-
You then cut to them running into the woods, and then Peter's shot
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
So he's there waiting in the bunker. He
Yeah.
could be, well, he's mumbling or whatever, but you work that bit out. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
And then they come in.
Then they run through the wood and they've arrived, and from there we go into the cave.
Yeah.
I just thought we could do an establishing shot, because otherwise we're going straight from running into the woods to inside this cave, and it's just like, well, where are we? What's going on?
Putting-
That's right.
putting it
Who's
there.
he? Yeah.
Putting it
We
there
would
works.
have to have an establishing shot, and if we take Peter's idea and do it from low level and have them, have him in the doorway,
Yeah.
and then have them running in, we tick all the boxes.
Having ticked all the boxes about collecting Frank, we join discussions as to how he's going to be escorted.
So so 6.1 is
Yeah.
they come running round here
Yeah.
and running round here, stop
Yeah.
on the bridge.
Yeah.
Camera is about here.
Followed by clarification on location.
Okay.
So imagine we've done the cave bit. I'm
Yeah.
going to have them coming round. You see that corner, that right angle by the gate?
Yeah.
They're going to come round there and they're going to stop at that low wall and take cover.
And then the actions filmed.
Action!
Eventually the professor is brought up some steps to the point where he's to save the world. We see the group coming up the steps, but at the top we need to switch from seeing them from their left hand side to seeing them from the right hand side. Now Jeremy talks about how to do this transition without crossing the line.
And if you change to this kind of a shot, you need to be a transition shot around, so it needs to be a mobile shot of action happening, and then you can do that, and then you can go back again, and you can. But if you switch to that,
This scene has got to start with them running.
yes, you've got to start. It's got to start with them coming off the steps and forming this formation here,
Yeah.
and then getting on with trying to attack the nadroids and thrusting it forward.
So you know, them out on a bit. Take one.
And action.
Form a shield. Protect the professor at all costs.
Finally there's success, but at the expense of the death of Frank the Professor. Now we see the dedication of our marvellous Amdram actors. It had rained fairly recently, more rain was due, Poor Frank had to lie on the cold, soggy, wet grass while he was filmed from every possible angle, with much time spent on discussion between each shot as to how it should be made. I'm glad to say that Frank was actually able to recover shortly afterwards when we stopped for lunch. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse of club filmmaking. I've certainly enjoyed putting it together.